Hi, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me through my microphone. I never know how the audio is in this. Oh, jeez. Guys, you guys are freaking awesome already. I love you guys, seriously. So, loud and clear. All right, cool. Awesome. Good, because, as I said, I never really know if I'm... how my audio is or not. Before we begin anything, I'm going to answer the question I'm sure that's all on your minds. Yes, that is a power morpher. Just wanted to let you know. You were all correct. I'm a nerd. It happens, whatnot. So, let's talk about this week, shall we? This week was chemo cycle number 5. Went pretty pretty well. What's my favorite type of cheese? Honestly, mild cheddar or nacho, but mild cheddar if I'm using it for. Although pepper jack is great on certain things. Parmesan is amazing, especially in Alfredo sauce. At this point, I don't really know the answer to that because I got a lot of cheeses I like. Well, Beverly, here's the thing with that. My chemo went fine, except there was a little thing we had to do first, and it turns out my hemoglobin, whatever that was low. So they actually had to give me a blood transfusion before they did the chemotherapy. I mean, thankfully, it wasn't one of those things that was like, oh, yeah, you have to, you got to get this, and then we can't do it for a week. They were able to do it right then. They were able to give me the chemo right afterwards. But I had to have a blood transfusion first. And let me tell you, Tuesday morning, because that happened on Monday. Tuesday, I was jumping off the walls with, energy. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I kind of took naps again, but we were back to somewhat normal. But Tuesday, I was awake and running all over the damn house. But yeah, it was my hemoglobin. The numbers were kind of low, so they gave me a unit of blood, and then they went ahead with the chemotherapy and whatnot, which again just is pretty much sitting in a chair for. This time it was 3.5 hours, because they had to they added a drug that took 90 minutes first. But yeah, then with the blood infusion it took 1 to 2 hours. I don't even remember. I was there for a while. This time it was a little different than normal, but my hair is thinning. I am getting a hair side effect. My hair is thinning out, but that's okay. I was practically going to shave it before I even started chemotherapy until the doctor said, "Oh yeah, you probably won't get the hair loss thing." I'm like, okay, so I won't shave it, but it's thinning. It's not being lost. It's just thinning. But anyway, not that matters much. I don't care about my hair. I'd rather just shave it off anyway, so I don't have to deal with it. It's always why I get my hair cut short all the dang time. Anyway, no, so they gave me the pump as always. Here's oxygen. Yeah, I remember the I remember the doctor telling me this. So yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Actually, no, I somehow stayed awake through all. Actually, no, that's not right. I did fall asleep. Yes, I did fall asleep on the chair because I remember the nurse coming in at one point and telling me, yeah, I went to check on you and you were asleep, so I just kind of let you be. So, also, hi, Chammy. Anyway, yeah, so the chemo went very smooth. That was nice. And then they gave me the pump as always. That was fine. I didn't have it. The pump that they attached to me, when I take home on Monday, Tuesday, and return on Wednesday isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like with the fanny pack they give you, it's pretty much just there. Hey, mother, does wit hurt exactly? Because honestly, none of it really does. The major thing that hurts is when they access this chemo port here, because they just stick a needle into your skin, and then it hurts a little bit for a little while. Not too bad, but they gave me this cream to numb up the area, whatnot. But like the first time they ever accessed the port was in the hospital where I didn't have it, and they accessed it, and I'm like, oh, that just felt like a pinch. It's not even that bad. And for this cream, you have to put it on like an hour beforehand, and then you have to like wrap it up in like plastic wrap, like wrap your shoulder up in plastic wrap and whatnot, and then and then go in there with that so it saturates or whatever. I'm like, that's way too much work for something that doesn't really hurt that much. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna bother with it. Whatever. It hurts a little bit. Sure. Whatever. It's not that bad. I said it was more annoying than painful. What exactly? Like the chemo itself, or like this chemo pump I've got to have? Because the pump itself is actually just not that bad. Hey, Crafty, thank you so much for just being here. Seriously, you're just awesome, just for being around. But let me get into the big discovery I made this morning, just so anybody here can hear it real quick before they leave. 3:30 in the morning today, I woke up as I normally do, just sometime during the evening and whatnot. And I like where my G tube is installed. Not my port, my G tube here is installed. It really hurts, and that hurts a decent amount at the wrong times. So, but I got up and used my oxycodone medicine, and I realized that I haven't had this shooting pain in my sides for like a week or more, and that pain was being caused by tumors. I remember on April 20th when I went in to get my port installed. Well, at least that was the day I was supposed to get my port installed. I ended up going into the ER at 2:45 in the morning because I had this sharp stabbing pain, like right here. Like it was really bad. But they told me then that was being caused by the cancer, and that is nothing they could do about it except give me painkillers for it. And even after I got released from the hospital on June 9th and hooked up with a palliative care doctor, and even when I had the oxycodone, that like with a fentanyl patch, I got a fentanyl patch and the liquid oxycodone. And even with that, sometimes that pain on my sides would break through and still hurt a lot. And I realized today at 3:30 in the morning that I haven't had that pain in over a week. The only real thing that hurts is where this G tube is installed. And I realized it's got to be a sign that this stuff's actually working. And a sign that I'm going to make it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it means, but it's just a good feeling to know that something is like physically happening to my body, and it means it's got to be working. This all has to be working. And obviously the goal is full remission. I'm still trying to be cautiously optimistic because it's cancer. You still never know, but I keep getting signs that this stuff is happening. Like physically, I keep getting signs that this is happening. And it's incredible to think about. Beverly, I really hope so. Like, straight up. I plan to be. I'm not planning on leaving in 5 years. I'm planning on being here for until I retire, at least. Hey, Tani, question. Have you eaten any more? A little bit. So, things about that. Have you eaten a little more applesauce here and there? Which, again, applesauce, it's whatever, but it's, real food for the first time. So nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But I've been able to take that in pretty well, including like a grape juice and apple juice. And I asked my home care nurse, like, what's the next step up from applesauce? And she mentioned like mashed potatoes. She then mentioned chicken noodle soup because normally everything in that gets like really soft. So it's really soft things. And realized I don't have any chicken noodle soup here. What I do have, however, is this. I have a lot of these left because, I never grew out of college. So, and these get really soft after you boil them. So, this is going to be my chicken noodle soup, I guess. I'm actually going to try that today. Now, I'm not going to eat the whole thing because that seems like a lot of volume, but I'm probably going to boil that this afternoon and see what happens. Yeah, it's just a long noodle soup. Yeah, exactly. But I'm such a nerd. I actually eat that with chopsticks. Yeah, I've lost a decent amount of weight, although I started gaining weight again. I think my TPN people put a little too much more into the bags, whatnot. So Monday I'm going to contact them and be like, hey, just FYI, I know we were trying to stabilize my weight, but I'm gaining it. Although part of that is probably because my ankles and legs are swelling up a bit, and that is due to excess liquid in my body. My doctor put me on a Lasix. It's helping stem the tide, but it's not really going away. It's weird because when I got out of the hospital, my legs and ankles and feet were swollen like crazy. But then I got on a Lasix, and like over the course of a couple of weeks, that stuff just went away. And right near the end of my last pills, bye, Crafty. Thanks for coming by. Seriously. Anyway, near the end of the dose of my last pills of the Lasix, my ankles started swelling up again. And the only thing I could think of is that they raised the amount of the TPN I'm getting. So yeah, I definitely watched the sodium, but at the same time, like I haven't had any sodium for a while, so lymph drainage massage help. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I know. It's a weird feeling, but at the same time, it's getting that excess liquid out of me. So, with ramen noodles, I actually used to buy like sodium-free chicken broth and boil it in that. I don't have any of that with me here. But that's okay. It's just a one. I'm just going to try it once, see what happens. As I said, I'm probably not going to eat the whole thing because that is a lot of things to get to. I mean, that's a lot of food to get through, and I'm still trying to make sure my system doesn't like just destroy me. Thank you, Balmer. Is it Balmer? Balmer? I'm so bad at pronouncing things. Near midnight. Jeez, where in the world are you? Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Huh. I didn't even think of that. Interesting. But yeah, so really the big discovery is simply the fact that I haven't had this side pain for quite some time. And as I said before, that is, to me at least, a clear physical sign that this stuff is working. And I know my oncologist mentioned that the softening of my belly or my abdomen was also a sign that it was working. So, like, I've got two physical signs now that this stuff is happening. And I was a bit more emotional this morning. I've stemmed the tide. Like, I thought I was going to be overly emotional here, but still. I don't know. I don't know. I know I have a lot of free services that I can actually have access to, including like they call it an oncologist massage. I'm not sure what that means, but there's actually a lot of services around here that are open to cancer and like chemotherapy patients that like I didn't even know existed. Yeah, Tony, thankfully mine isn't that bad. Like, I'll take it and then I'll have to pee every like half hour or so, but it's not too bad. Physical sign, yeah, I hope this is true, like straight up. The physical signs that medicine's working are the best. I mean, they are. At least at the point where I'm like comfortable now. Ish. I still have pain, as I said, I still have pain coming where they installed this G tube. That is going to be a thing, from what I can tell, for quite a while. It's just this thing is uncomfortable as hell. They know it is. It's just a thing. It's how it works, I guess. Especially the way they had to put it in. But yeah, my life has been lucky. Seriously, my whole life it's been like that. Yeah, early detection for cancer is in fact. I'm gonna put this up here. Just read it better. Early detection is in fact key to a lot of cancer treatment, and I don't think mine was early detected. Mine was at stage 4 by the time they found it, and I don't remember like a lot of symptoms before January of this year. Now, I was fatigued a lot, and they say that's a symptom, but I mean, I had sleep apnea. I had medication that was making me drowsy. I mean, like, there were so many other things that pointed to my fatigue. There was no reason for them to expect colon cancer. There was no reason for them to be like, oh, hey, it's colon cancer. There was no reason for that. They didn't even test me, until like I came in with blood coming out of my rectum. And at that point, it was, I don't want to say too late because obviously I'm still here and I'm surviving, but it was at that point, stage 4, which, as you know, is not exactly great. But was I on a CPAP? Yes. I, in fact, still am on a CPAP. I still have the machine. I still use it. Even though I've lost a lot of weight, I'm still finding that it's helping me sleep through the night. But yeah, I am on a CPAP. I've been told that you can some point get off of these, but I had severe sleep apnea, like severe obstructive sleep apnea is what they called it. So I don't know like what's causing that. It could be my sinuses, quite frankly. But we're not 100% certain what's causing it because at the time I got it, I was like 210 pounds. Cham, that is a very, very, very good question. And to be honest, the answer is I don't know. Obviously, we'll see when this thing gets in full remission because that's happening. I believe it and I have to believe it. I have to believe that in order to keep going. And the fact of the matter is, all signs are pointing to at least healing is happening right now. Yeah, that's what I was hoping would happen, and yet I still need it. So that might be part of the thing, but it's not all of it, apparently. Tell Pat I said hi. Yeah, so anyway, the signs I had were not signs that anyone would think of, because they don't even test like for this until like you're 50. Now I guess now it's coming down to 45, but like 39, like I remember my doctor, my primary care provider said that he's only had 2 other patients in their 30s diagnosed with this. Which, I mean, between that, what everybody says about my age is going to help, the rare cells in my cancer, the 2 mutations in my cancer, of course my cancer can't be normal. Everything about it has to be weird and random and rare, which is fine with me. I believe, I mean, that's the point. The whole thing is to kill everything, all of the cells, whatnot. So thankfully those tumors are on my liver and not inside my liver. So this is basically me. You can ask my boss. I am way too stubborn to give up. I'm way too stubborn to let this thing beat me. I even texted her that once. Like, you know me, I'm too stubborn to give up. And she's just like, fuck yeah, I know you. So I am way too, I want to win. I'm way too competitive. At least I used to be. Like, after I got on the mental health meds, it kind of helped and whatnot. I believe I have some Irish in me. I don't remember. Unfortunately, being adopted, like, it's hard to know. I know I saw a piece of paper with my mother's and my father's, my birth mother and birth father's, like I don't know what they call that, the ancestry or whatever. Like, they were part blank, blank, and blank. And it was a modge podge of a lot of things. And at this point, I don't think it really even matters. I'm just a stubborn person. You can ask Cham. He's in the chat here. BH Raccoon. You can ask him. I'm a very stubborn person. When it comes to anything, I mean anything. This week has been like, I've had good days and bad days, and I finally discovered what that meant after June started. Actually, really, since I was in the hospital. But like, this has been a good week. Like, I've not had many problems this week at all. I even got out driving in my car, like, for the first time in months. And I even stopped at AutoZone to buy some wipers, because I went to use the wiper fluid and to clean off the windshield, and it was bad. So I'm like, I need new wipers. So I went and did that, and I went to the local park here. They have like a recycling bins for like large cardboard boxes that you can break down. I had a few of them sitting in my trunk, so I just went and threw those away. Then I came home. And yeah, I was a little tired after that. Okay, a lot tired after that. But the fact is, I went out and I did something. And I was really happy that I was able to get out and do something. Today I'm probably going to take a little bit of walk around, assuming it doesn't rain. Cloudy outside. Let me see here. I have a weather thing right here. What's the weather going to be like today? Tell me, old computer. See full. There we go. The humidity is going to be high. It doesn't look like it's going to rain, though. No. Like under 1% chance of raining all day, or under 5%. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I might go outside and walk around a bit because I need to. Every time I go to the doctor's, my oncologist, he looks at me. He's like, "Are you always that pale?" And my answer is yes. I never go outside. They're worried that is like, a side of problems, and I'm like, no, I just don't go outside ever. So I should probably go outside a bit more and just. I wish there were roses around here, but there aren't any really. I don't have much of a flowered bed, so. But yeah, no, it's yeah, I need some of that. Go outside, get some. Yeah, get some real sunlight or something. I don't know. Try to wash this hair too, I guess. It's so hard to clean up anymore with like this pick line here. They gave me some things that are supposed to protect it from water, but they suck. So right now it's just been cleaning in the sink for the most part. I'll see. Tina actually went to the vet yesterday. Got herself some booster shots for her vaccines from last year. Got rabies shot. Had like a blood work done. They tested for like cat leukemia and cat AIDS, and both were negative. They tested for something else that was also negative. That I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it's negative. So yay. Pretty much, she's not an outdoor cat. At least I forced her to not be an outdoor cat because I don't want her to go outside. Because one, she runs around and runs away, and I know cats will come back, but I'm worried that she won't. Because when she gets out there, she seems to forget everything. Secondly, I don't want her ever to be in a position to get injured, to get hurt, to get one of those diseases outside, just to get any of that stuff, honestly speaking. You know what, I'm going to do something while I'm talking here. But yeah, it's she's good. She is very good. She is an amazing cat, as always. There. She is very, very affectionate. She lays on my lap all the time. I don't know if I can. Hold on a second. Can I do something like this? Wait a second. I might be trying something on the fly. Hold on a sec. Documents? No. Pictures. Camera roll. Well, we're doing something live, guys. This is happening. Come on. Open up. Okay. There it is. Oh god, it worked. That's whatever. So that's Tina laying on my lap. I was just napping on the sofa, and she just pops onto my lap and just like gives me that look right there. That basically like, I'm here now. Silly human. Let's see here. she also let me do like this. Oh, okay, that doesn't. She also let me do this to her for like 5 minutes, which was just laying in my bed and like just hugged her. And she let me do that for 5 minutes. She doesn't normally do that. She normally just goes away after I grab it. But after I grab her like that, like she'll tolerate me for like 30 seconds and then she'll walk away. But instead, this time, no, she was in there for the long haul with that. Yeah, she is an extremely cute cat. I'm happy that worked. I wasn't expecting it to. But yeah, no, Tina's been amazing. As always. I mean, she's just an amazing cat. And I am like the bear in the background. What bear? I don't know. Very therapy. Yeah. Tina's been, as I said, she's been absolutely incredible for me. That's an otter. That's Lucha, my character on the Bay City Chronicles, which is a Mutants and Mastermind RPG tabletop RPG that we broadcast on a different Twitch channel every Sunday. Although we've gotten away from that game and we've been playing like a D&D 5 game. But Lucha has a long history. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Put this back up here. Share screen. So this is Lucha with his crossbow gun. He normally just uses his teeth and claws to attack, but he got a crossbow, and that means a lot to him, and it's a long story that I'm not going to get into here. But yeah, he's this is my character. He's freaking amazing. Does that work? No, it doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work. But this is his new look, actually. After about, like, I want to say season 5, we got him a new look. The Duster is another character who actually passed away in the fiction that we were running, and yeah, it was in a very emotional moment, but it was awesome as well. By the way, these are done by Chammy, BH Raccoon, in the chat here. He's open for commissions if you want him to draw your characters and stuff. At least I think he's open to commissions. He has been. Yeah, it's the Mutants and Masterminds is it's kind of it's a D20 system. It's kind of like D&D, except that like you have like, I know we were using tokens and on Roll20 whatnot, but like they really don't matter so much because you're it's a comic book superhero game. So basically your movement is like insane as it is, so you never really need to like use the grid. The only reason you use the grid is to kind of show where you're kind of at. But yeah, the game itself doesn't like really care too much about space and distance and whatnot, because Lucha here is super fast and can run at 60 miles an hour. So yeah, like, and I believe you can also swim at 60 miles an hour. It's been a while since I've looked at the sheet. It's a great game. Like let me see if I can't. hold on a second. I did not mean to plug this, but apparently people want to see it. So let's just give them the whole list, shall we? Hold on a second. So I'll pop this in the chat just because if you guys want to watch that. That's the series so far. It's long. We've been playing for a while. It's 71 videos. So I'm not expecting anyone to binge watch this or anything like that. But like, it's been really stupid fun for the longest time. And I'm kind of sad that we don't play this game anymore. But OPT, what does OPT stand for? Well, not much anymore, but it used to be the title of a poker league that myself and a friend of mine would run like every week back in 2003, 2004, 5, and 6. I think it was 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 2004, 2005, 2006. We had like a real poker league going on. Those were the initials for it, but it died. So I just kept the moniker and just named myself OPT Lawyer because I'm really, really creative when it comes to names. Because OPT and I was a lawyer when I made it. So yeah, Bay City Rollers, yeah. Yeah, but the series is called the Bay City Chronicles. We have other games on there too because we started splitting off. Especially we started playing a game called Masks, which is the most. I love that game. Like that game is incredible. Like that system, it's Masks: A New Generation, I believe it's totally called. Brought by Magpie Games. Let's see if I can't get the link for it here. But they have a lot of decent games. But this one. So we've been playing for a while. It's called Masks: The Next Generation, A New Generation. That's what it's called. Let me get you the link here. It is a powered by the Apocalypse system game. So like it's if you've ever played one of those games, it's kind of all the same thing. It's a D6 system. You basically always roll 2d6 for the most part, and it's fun as hell because you can literally just make stuff up on the fly. It's a weird game system because the DM never actually makes any rolls. He or she just reacts to what you guys do. And it's creating a story between the players and the GM. It's not just a GM story. It's the players and the GM making a story together. Because, again, you can do whatever the heck you want to in that game. If you feel like, if the DM has a plan of like, we're going to go in the front way of this place, whatnot, and beat up all the bad guys. And instead of that, your party decides to throw a whole bunch of like knockout gas into the place, despite the fact that they didn't have it before. They'll do that because like sort of like that, except as I said, the DM does react to you, whatnot, and you do. If you fail, this is the other thing too. If you fail a roll in this game, that doesn't actually mean you don't succeed. What it means is something else bad may have happened, or the DM gets to bank a hard move that can screw you later, or something like that. But like failing a roll in Mask doesn't mean you don't do what you want to do. It just means something bad happens when you do it, or sometimes it just means you fail. It's what it is. It's just what it is. But but I wish I could bring Lucha into it. But the Masks is a teenage angsty kind of game. We're talking a little bit about, it's called Masks. This is my character from a Mutants and Mastermind system game. But Masks is it's really fun. We have an actual play on the YouTube page that I just put a link in. Let me let me just put a link to the channel because I don't know. At this point, I'm just apparently whoring us out, but that's okay. So that is the Bay City Chronicles YouTube page. That's where we have like videos of all of our games that we've streamed online. There have been some that we play offline, but we are currently in like a D&D 5 game. But if you want to see Masks, the playlist you're looking for is called Next Gen, or it's called Bay City Comics Presents Next Gen. A friend of mine is the DM who runs it is obsessed with using Bay City Comics Presents. But I actually DM a game on there too. It's called Kailu City. That hasn't gotten nearly the attention that I would have liked it to have gotten, but that's okay. It's still 20 videos. I mean, we did 20 issues of that. But yeah, there are a bunch of playlists there. You guys can watch our Masks games, our Mutants and Mastermind games, and our current D&D 5th edition game that's going on right now that has way more role playing than you might think a D&D game is going to have. We like role playing a lot. We do combats when we have to, whatnot, and we like combats ish. I'm not huge into the D&D style combat, but the fact is the RP is so good that I can overlook that. And my character actually like plays all the time. We try to play every Sunday. Sometimes that doesn't work out. Sometimes it does, you know. We just broadcast yesterday or Thursday because we knew we weren't going to be able to Sunday. Nice, yeah. Yeah, we've had 4 DMs on our channel. I've DM'd a few games. Cham here has actually DM'd a game. The Greenleaf Effect TGE is our main DM, and then Crimson Avix is has taken over the Mutants and Masterminds game. I see that I've got a lot of tabletop gamers in here, and I love you all. Well, this whole vlog went off topic, but that's okay. It normally does. It's pretty much the cancer vlog is really like the first part of it, and then the rest of it's just rambling, which is fine. It's me. I'm ADHD anyway. Like diagnosed officially with ADHD, not just saying that. Like, so I have medication here for that. It helps. Think about me without that. What is my favorite system? Masks, easily. Masks is easily my favorite system. Masks, a new generation from Magpie Games. Easily my favorite. What's my least favorite? Pathfinder. Easily the one I hate the most. And partially because I hate character creation. Like with 4E, we had like programs that could make your character, that could get, you know, that told you what you needed to do every time you leveled up and whatnot. I did not find anything like that for Pathfinder / Starfinder, and I still find that the resources that we use for Starfinder are overly frustrating to use. And but I've started writing, like I had to start like a spreadsheet practically, so I knew what all my abilities could actually do. In our Starfinder, we have a Starfinder game. It's now with the Bay City Chronicles crew. It's a different crew entirely. I'm in a number of games with other people. Oh, dude, playing with the creator of the game? Dude, that'd be weird. It'd be cool. It'd be weird. Yeah, playing with the creator of a game, yeah, that would be nuts. Like awesome nuts, just still nuts. But yeah, no, tabletop RPGs are really fun. I love role playing. I can get really into it too. Like we had like in our Bay City Chronicles with Lucha, like we had a ton of emotional moments in that game. Like some of which that we like when our scene was done, like to those of us in the scene would shut their cameras off and just like walk away for a few minutes just to kind of calm down. You know, I played fourth edition for a really long time. It was the only game system I played for a while. A friend of mine I wanted to run a game because I'd been watching like an actual play online, whatnot, and it was really cool. And I'm like, I want to run something, but I don't know how to play really. I mean, other than watching what I've seen online, but like, I don't really know what to do. So my friend Cham actually took up the reins of early kind of like 3-shot mission. And then I took over and we played that game for years until it finally just broke down. It was one of those things like we kept adding people to the game to the point where it was too many players. And like I had a really kind of fun thing, like in story in mind and whatnot for our second major arc, our third major arc, I guess at that point. It just never happened. And we started it was fun, but like I don't know, it just kind of fizzled out. Although it did contain one of my favorite moments, two of my favorite moments actually. In this last arc that we never finished, I had created a gauntlet style encounter where there was all of these like all of these archers on bridges, these mages that were like teleporting the players back like to the start of this thing, whatnot, soldiers, whatnot. And there was the big baddie at the end of it. And he's like, he's a mage-ish kind of character, if I remember right. So he's ordering people around, he's throwing some spells out here and there. He has a protection spell, whatnot. But once you got through all of that, when you got to the big baddie, all anyone had to do was declare a melee attack on him, and he passed out. He screamed, like, ah! And then he passed out. That was the entire point of the whole encounter. I always like to throw random things in encounters that made them different than just kill the bad guys. There was one boss encounter I had where like the boss went after every single play. Like his turn was after every single player's turn, except that when he hits you, he only did like 5 damage. And while he's doing that, the players had to actually figure out a puzzle to like he was a colored slime kind of thing, if I remember right. And there were things in the room that changed its color. And would like change it to, oh, he's now like invulnerable to this, he's now invulnerable to that, or it's now really strong. Or once you got it to the right color, it just kind of dissipated. Like there was no actually beating him, or it, I should say. It was all about getting it to the right color, and then like it just dissolved. Or it like had 1 hit point or something like that. I don't quite remember. It's been a while. I also remember using brains in jars for some reason. Not that that had anything to do with anything, but I would always have some like random little thing that like didn't seem like it would matter, and yet it was integral to the battle. I love doing that. God, I miss putting those encounters together, but at the same time, I would never go back to that. Hey, Carrie D. Don't worry, we've been chatting about tabletop RPG games suddenly. As I said, the vlog is really like the first like 20 minutes of the show, whatever. And then like after that is just rambling and just chatting with the chat, which is great. I love talking to you guys. Seriously. Like, one, you help like just pass the time because every day for me looks the same. I like Thursday, I literally forgot it was Thursday. Heck, when I woke up today, I forgot it was Saturday for a little bit. Glober Mom. So I guess for those of you who came late, let me go back to the big discovery I had just real quick. This morning at 3:30 in the morning, I realized that I was not having certain pains in my sides that I was having before that was being caused by the cancer. And that hasn't happened in over a week. And that to me is a physical sign that the cancer treatments, the chemotherapy is actually working. So that's freaking awesome. I've never played a tabletop miniature game. I mean, I've played a tabletop game where we use miniatures, but I've never done like the Warhammer, like the ones that are specific, like the Warhammer, the Star Wars, whatever. Hey, Mr. Serious. That kind of stuff. I've never actually played that kind of thing. I have played a game, I believe it was an Iron Claw campaign, which, if you don't know, is an entire anthropomorphic tabletop RPG. I mean, look at the corner. I'm practically a furry. It's okay. I don't have any suits or anything like that, but I really love anthropomorphic characters. I probably lost a lot of you from saying that, but that's okay. Anyway, goodness gracious. This has been almost an hour of just chatting about stuff. I love it. I love talking to you guys. Seriously, it's fun. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming anything on Twitch today. I might try. I'm not sure what that would be, though. Hey, Sham, you're still here. Yay. No, not at all. You're totally not. So anyways, I was saying I might try to stream on my Twitch page channel later today. I don't know what I would stream, though. Kind of like at a loss for games at the moment. I really should get back to my Persona 5 Royal playthrough, but I just don't feel like it right now. 13 Sentinels is fun, but it gets a little samey after a while. Let's look through my Steam archive. Let's see here. I don't have another FMV game to play right now. Actually, that's not true. Oh, geez. 24 hours. Yeah, that's part of the reason. Of course, you can post cute cat videos. If you want to go into my Discord and put them in the self-promotion thing, too, you can post them in there or whatnot. I should make a cat video thing. No, you can send me cat. I love cats. Cat videos. Dealing with insomnia. Yeah. Yeah, I hate it when I can't fall asleep, but I don't have official insomnia. Like, I feel so bad for people that can't actually fall asleep, like, period. So, let's see here. What do I have in the old library? Steam here. I beat Day of the Tentacle, so that's done. Thankfully. I have some games I could play. Oh, three-legged cat. Oh. Yeah, it always amazes me when I see an animal with only like 3 legs when it's supposed to have 4. Like they had one amputated or injured or something along those lines. Judge Dredd RPG. Yeah, that is another thing that I'm not huge on is like having RPGs, tabletop RPGs in made in the universe that's already set. I really like creating my own like universe. I really like creating my own story. And to have a tabletop RPG where you're just kind of like inserted into a world where you can make your own story, sure, but you're just kind of inserted into a world that's already established is just not something I'm huge at. But I get it. People love that stuff and it's fine. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I do have the Tex Murphy game, Tesla Effect. And in fact, a lot of these are like FMV type games. Or I could pull out some old Sega CD games. I love the Sega CD. Sewer Shark, Corpse Killer, Double Trap. Those games were fun and not. I mean, I like them, but I know I understand why people don't. But yeah, I don't know. I'll figure out something to stream over on my Twitch channel today. Maybe I'll just play some Hades or Monster Train or something like that. FMV full motion video. It's a video game that has a lot of like real actors in it, and it's like filmed. See, Beverly, yeah, yep, I understand that. Trust me. So, but FMV stands for full motion video. Basically, like those games can be a lot of point and click games. Sometimes they're action games. A lot of times they're also like what they call interactive movies. I've played a couple of them on stream where you're pretty much like you make all these decisions and it actually affects the game, like which path to go. It's kind of like choose your own adventure, quite frankly. But at the end of the day, there's multiple endings to a lot of these games, but at the end of the day, all you're really doing is watching a movie and like point and click, make decisions kind of a thing. They are cool. I like them, whatnot. This Tex Murphy game is probably going to be a much more puzzle / point and click kind of game. So I might actually try to run. I think I might try to run that here. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to cut it because it's been like an hour. At this point, I'm rambling. So I want to thank everybody here. Seriously, you guys are part of the reason I can get out of bed every day and face this thing that I've got inside my body right now. You guys are awesome. I love all of you. Thank you guys for being here today. I'm probably going to try to keep these on Saturday if I can. Although, I mean, like normally I've been doing them Sunday, but like I was just way too excited to not talk about this today. This is one of those things. It's like I was so excited I needed to talk about this today. So I thank you all for being here and enjoying the random chattiness that I have. As I said, the blog seems to be like the first 20 minutes. And then after that, it's just however long I feel like talking about stuff to you guys. And again, a lot of it's like, back and forth, which I love. I love chatting with you people. I seriously do. You guys are freaking amazing. And I love you all. So you guys have a good day, hopefully. And I'll see you next time. Bye all. Love you.